This is a First Warn Tri-City Severe Weather Alert. Here is Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle.
hour winds, and we should be good with sound now. Sorry about that. We uh looks like we should have sound back now. So again, apologies for that. We do have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, so we should be good now with sound. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. And so severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for uh, Lee County, a good part of Lee County, including Jonesville, Blackwater, also in that, and then down into Hancock County and Sneedville, as well into western Hawkins County. Also, severe thunderstorm warnings into Harlan County and Letcher County here. Thunderstorm warnings all go until 4:45 for the potential of 60-mile-an-hour winds within the storm. So again, let's go and go to the velocity here. Looks like we don't have really any rotation down here. See, I was monitoring area rotation in Letcher County. Let's see if that is still there. Yeah, there's still some rotation here along the leading edge of this line near the Blackie area of Letcher County. As we turn on here the column key while you're seeing this rotation here south of Blackie, west of Whitesburg, right there is where that rotation is. To produce a quick spin up of a tornado. Primarily, this is straight line winds, but a quick spin up of a tornado is possible, and it is right there along the leading edge of that line. That's where the highest severe weather threat is going to be, along the leading edge of the line. So again, it's where the damaging winds are going to be, and again, a brief spin up tornado not being totally ruled out, especially right there in that area where we're seeing the broad rotation. If that tightens up and a tornado warning is issued, we'll go right back to it and do wall-to-wall severe weather coverage with that. So again, let's zoom in here for our other warnings. Actually, let's just zoom out a little bit and show you this entire line that's pushing east northeast across the region. So again, severe thunderstorm warnings, and are they going to be the primary thing that we see? Okay, we're not going to, we might see a tornado warning, but I think the tornado threat continues to decrease as these storms continue to move east, and any rotations we saw have only lasted for 1 or 2 radar scans, and they've diminished here. So we are going to do another storm track on this, especially for the Tri-Cities area. So let's draw this storm track. And these storms are starting to move at about 50. I'll have to zoom out at about, let me clear that. I'm going to have to draw that again. Didn't get the right speed up. So these are moving at about miles an hour into the region. So we are just some highlights here. Churchill around 450. Gate City, 457, Kingsport, 459, Bluntville, 514, Johnson City, 516, 522 for Bristol, 536 for Abingdon. Again, these are approximate times, so these, plus or minus a little bit on these here. These times are approximate here, so we'll clear the storm track off and zoom back in here and show you where the strongest of winds are in our area right now. It's probably going to be this area northwest of Sneedville up to just west of Jonesville. So right through here and into Harlan County. That's where our strongest winds are going to be right now. Because this is Sneedville, this is Jonesville, that's where that strong line is. It's going to continue pushing northeast. So if you are in Jonesville, if you're in Sneedville, heavy rain is coming your way with some strong winds. These winds could gust at times up to 60 miles an hour. Isolated gusts there. Again, if you're in Jonesville right now, you might be seeing some rain, light to moderate rain. That's not the main line. This is the main line. Once the main line passes you, you are clear, though, of severe weather. So I do want to know, okay, and we just got a huge severe thunderstorm warning here. So it's issued for much of the region. Severe thunderstorm warning includes all of Hawkins County. It includes the northern part of Greene County. It includes far western Sullivan County, most of Scott County, the rest of Lee County's in this, and most of Wise County is also in this now new severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15 a.m. for the potential of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here as these storms continue to push into the Tri-Cities. This is a pretty big warning. Let's take off the radar data real quick. So you can just see the warning. I'll take it full. Sneedville is in this. Pennington Gap is in this. Big Stone Gap, Norton, Wise, Gate City, Clinchport, Duffield, Dungannon, Fort Blackmore, Appalachia, Coburn, up to town, the western side of Kingsport, Bailington, Rogersville, Burgoynesville, Churchill, all in this new severe thunderstorm warning now. The Weather Service has issued this for a good chunk of the area for these storms, for this line of storms here. If I turn this back on and turn this back on, you'll see this line right here. And this is the line the Weather Service is worried about producing some damaging winds here, pushing into the western part of the Tri-Cities metro right now. And so these winds continue to push off to the east. So now that we have a warning out, you can expect this severe weather to be near the end of this warning at 5:15. So that'd be near Kingsport at around 5:15. And if these storms continue to hold strength, which right now I see no reason they wouldn't, Bristol, Bluff City, the rest of Kingsport, maybe Johnson City, they expect to see some severe weather alerts coming out around 5 or 5:15. So just a heads up there as these storms continue to push off to the east. Let's go to our velocity view here. Again, we're looking at strong straight line winds. This is not a tornado situation. So that is good news. Now again, I don't mean one can't end up spinning up. This is looking like straight line winds to me, and that's what we want. So again, from Harlan down to just west of Jonesville along Highway 58, to near Sneedville, to west of Bulls Gap, to just west of Morristown. That's where we're watching for those severe thunderstorm, and then also up into eastern Kentucky. We want to go back and check up on our friends in Letcher County here, western parts of Letcher County, Kentucky, because we were watching that rotation. There is still some spin there in the atmosphere west of Whitesburg. There, where that leading edge of that line is, there's a little kink in the line there, so we'll watch it closely. And eventually, as this continues to push northeast, it would head toward Pound and Clintwood. Again, the rotation's pretty weak, but we're watching it. Again, these are just like the little things we have to watch for. And this part of the line will eventually head for Dickinson and Buchanan County. It's this right here, up to Prestonsburg. It's going up this way, and we're already getting reports of damage in the area. Lee County, we've got a report of trees down area of Lee County, Virginia. So that as of 4:15, so just in, we have those trees down in Ewing, which is here in the southwest part of Lee County. And they're all clear from severe weather now. So as soon as this line moves through, your severe weather threat is over. All clear for Bell County and all clear for Leslie County as well. I'm going to clear you as quick as I can here. As these storms move through you, you're done. It's the leading edge of this line. It'll only last 10 or a new severe thunderstorm warning just coming out. Severe thunderstorm warning includes parts of Greene and Hawkins County in our viewing area. It does include Greenville. This does include also the far southern part of Hawkins County. Let's zoom in here. See if we can get some more. Bulls Gap is in this. Mossheim is in. So the western part of Greene County and also central Greene County in the new severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15 for the potential damaging winds. And this part of the line down toward the Knoxville area that's pushing east. And some of this you're not seeing as good because the radar is kind of in the way. And some of it's kind of right near the radar site, but seeing these storms here that are continuing to push in. So again, as these storms get closer to Greene County, we'll kind of cover those a little more. Right now we have storms in our viewing area in Harlan County, down into Lee County, into Hancock County near Sneedville. And these, again, getting pretty close to the Jonesville area of Lee County. They will be near the Walmart, also near Lee High School, right here down Route 58. So again, if you are in this area, you just want to stay inside. Don't necessarily need to go to a safe place. Here, just some 60-mile-an-hour wind gust potential. And right now we have again received a few reports of freeze down in the Ewing area of Lee County. So we'll continue to watch these storms closely because we do have reports of damage from these storms as they push in. And also, these are going to be pushing in kind of schools are going to try to start to get going this morning. So if we get school schedule changes in, we will let you know about those as those come into uh, us. We will relay those to you here during our live coverage. We'll be live here probably for a little while um, at this current time. So again, we do want to let you know about some the watch that's in effect. So it's a severe thunderstorm watch for Greene County, Hancock County, Hawkins County, Scott County, Lee County, Wise County, Dickinson County, Letcher County, Harlan County, Leslie County, and Bell County until 7 o'clock. But the severe weather threat is already over for Bell and Leslie County. Because as soon as the leading edge of this line passes through you, the severe threat is over for your location. So we'll go back to the current storm tracking right now. Because that's the most important thing is where are these storms? So again, where our straight line damaging wind threat is in these yellow polygons, that's where the National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm warnings here. So let's go and to our velocity. Still looking good with no rotation. That's good news. We're going to keep an eye on that because you never know, especially with little notch like that. I want to keep at least an eye on it. Don't think it's going to happen, but we're going to watch just to be sure. And it's right through here. This is where our main threat of damaging winds is going to come at for the Tri-Cities like Kingsport, Bristol, and Johnson City. Again, so we'll watch these closely. Let's zoom out and go to the Jackson radar because Letcher County, we'll be able to see that better on the Jackson radar. These storms are impacting the Blackie area. They are about to push into Cumberland. They're in Harlan County, into Whitesburg, into Jenkins, eventually Clintwood, and Pound is going to get impacted by these. And when I go to the velocity imagery, we're seeing straight line damaging winds. This is indicative of very strong straight line winds, potentially gusting up to 60 miles an hour within these storms. Let me zoom out here. We do have some live cameras we can go to across the region. So let me take us to Morristown radar real quick. We don't have these storms pushing into Pennington Gap yet. Take that camera when these storms get closer to Pennington Gap, and we are going to get a new severe thunderstorm watch. Bristol, Kingsport, and Johnson City, it looks like it's an 80% chance that a severe thunderstorm watch is going to come. They're saying a downstream watch is likely. Um, so really the rest of the region is about to be put in a severe thunderstorm watch. So just heads up, a new severe thunderstorm watch is about to be issued by the Storm Prediction Center for areas downstream of our current watch. This would include the Tri-Cities. It does appear, so we will do just want to get that posted here once we see this graphically, their discussion graphically. But these storms are about to watch. This will come fairly quickly here, probably within the next 30 to 45 minutes. We will have this new watch issued here. So let me just get this posted real quick. So again, a severe thunderstorm watch is coming for the Tri-Cities uh, in the matter of probably about a half an hour. The rest of the area will be put under a severe thunderstorm watch because this squall line is kind of pushing through here with some straight line damaging wind gusts. So we are expecting the rest of the region to be put under a watch. Now that watch will probably go to 11 or 12 o'clock. What we do want to note real quick before the watch is issued. Once the line passes you, your severe weather threat is over. So for instance, Sullivan County will be in the watch. And the storms might be out of Sullivan County by 6:30. The watch is technically going to go until 12 but when it's issued, but the Weather Service will drop counties from the watch as they can. Um, let me fix this real quick. This is our velocity, and then going back over to reflectivity. Still looking at this strong line. It's now in the Jonesville area to push into Pennington Gap. So let's take you live to Pennington Gap as we speak. Here on our First Warn Tri-Cities camera network, and you'll be seeing the rain pick up here soon, along with the wind. At some point here, we will. Let's little box. Let's see. Pennington Gap. There we go. So we just, and they have expanded the severe thunderstorm watch. They just did it. So the severe thunderstorm watch now Tri-Cities. So, and it's only until 7 o'clock in the morning. So we just got a severe thunderstorm watch. Every weather app I have is going off here. So let me just get it jaded on the map so that will update for us. Let me just put this graphically for everyone to see. This, I'm gonna pop this up. It should update any second now. And there it is. So there is your new severe thunderstorm watch. And it goes until 7 a.m. So let me also get this posted. Again, this does include now most of the viewing area, and then we will get back to radar here in just a second. Boost this, and they will add more counties to this here shortly. They will add our eastern tier of counties. It has to go through the Blacksburg Weather Service office. So that will be done. So let's go back to the double box. A live look from Pennington Gap. See the showers and storms move through momentarily in Pennington Gap. And then let's go to velocity and terrain. So that took off. So let's do this there. And again, still nothing to be worried about there. So back to reflectivity. Possibly. There we go. And these are about to roll in here on Pennington Gap. So this Pennington Gap camera is probably on a couple-minute delay, just so you know that. But we received the stream. Let's see here. Canceled Claiborne County from this warning. They say the storm is moving northeast at miles an hour. I don't think I've ever saw that in a warning text before. National Weather Service Says that us. I'm printing this. I want to make sure I have this. Severe thunderstorm. We're located at 4:25 a.m. along the line extending from Rock House near Big Stone Gap, moving northeast at 100 miles an hour. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are possible within this storm. And I would not be surprised if we have some stronger wind gusts possible within this storm. If it's moving so I'm gonna put that over there. So you might hear a printer here through the microphone. Again, these are about to push into Pennington Gap. That's in the lower right corner of your screen there, is Pennington Gap. Let's go to the velocity imagery just to make sure we have no rotation, and we don't. Back to reflectivity we go. These storms moving very fast now through the Tri-Cities area. The severe thunderstorm warning continues until 4:45 for west central Hawkins, western Hancock, northeast Granger, and excuse me, Lee County. So again, we will be watching it closely here as we continue to watch it here very closely. So let's zoom out real quick and show you what's going on. So we have severe thunderstorms from north of Morristown all the way up to Jenkins, just west of Jenkins, Kentucky, some more down towards the Knoxville area. Anything behind that line is not going to be severe. It's going to be some rain pushing in, nothing severe with it. This is the only severe weather concerns that we have, and the Weather Service will slowly trim the watch down. Lee County, we can give the all clear to. Once these storms get out of Letcher County and Harlan County, I'll be able to give the all clear all of eastern Kentucky. And just wanting to check back in on the rotation there in Letcher County, and yeah, that still just looks like straight line winds. We had a brief area of broad rotation there earlier that has downtrended to just straight line winds. And again, though, we're watching this here. About to push into Pennington Gap, you're seeing the rain start hitting the camera there in the lower right corner of your screen. If live look from our VDOT cam in Pennington Gap, a wall of rain and wind. You can see the red light shaking, the camera now shaking there in Pennington Gap some, as this severe thunderstorm is pushing into the Pennington Gap area. Here, so if you're in Lee County, if you are in Hawkins County, Scott County, get ready. Here's a severe thunderstorm pushing in here. There, you can see the camera shaking there in the lower right of your screen. And this is what we're going to do as these storms try to push through. We're going to try to pull up as many cameras as we can for you to see, as they push through there. And you see a couple cars there driving through Pennington. Um, again, it's heavy rain and heavy wind. Leading edge of the storm now hitting Pennington Gap, and it's the leading edge of this line. It's going to be the most severe. Here really comes the rain. Let's see if we can take that full. Okay, there's the Pennington Gap camera. Um, because I mean, this is just going to tell the weather story right here. A wall of rain and wind push there. We'll stay with this camera shot for just a minute. And Buchanan County has just been added to the severe thunderstorm watch. So I will update the background sync. There it is updated. And there you see that the storm is in Pennington Gap. So let me kind of just while you all watch that, I'm gonna do a little bit of radar analysis on this storm. And I'm actually going to do a storm track, and then we'll come back over here to me. I'm not going to track the storm at 100 miles an hour because I don't think it's moving at 100. We'll do the storm over the next Or push it east. Radar is saying it's moving at about 45. That's a little more believable. It will be in Kingsport about 5:06. Bristol about 5:33. Let's go back to radar full if we can. And Gate City 5:04. There you see some times for this severe thunderstorm that again is producing a lot of wind and rain as it's pushing through the Tri-Cities here. Um, we're not sure about the downspring. You might have misheard there. Um, and again, so we're watching this very closely as this continues to push through the region. Again, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here for a good chunk of the western part of the viewing area, including Lee County, Wise County, good part of Scott County, Hawkins County, Greene County, all in these. These are going until 4:45, so new warnings will likely be here in just a little bit for more parts of the viewing. I'm sorry, these go until 5:15. Uh, so more, but no matter what, more needed here shortly for parts of these areas here due to these straight line winds. And it looks like we have a school schedule change. Grayson County Schools is going to be doing a virtual learning day. So not only do we have these storms coming in, um, yeah, so Grayson County Schools doing a virtual learning day, and also due to these storms and then the snow this afternoon. So they are doing a virtual learning day today. So that is a school schedule change for you here, and a new severe thunderstorm watch has just been issued. Let's see who this includes. So a severe thunderstorm watch now includes the rest of the firstborn Tri-Cities area until 11 a.m. Let's just fix this graphic real quick. So we have a new severe thunderstorm watch, and I will go ahead momentarily and put that up on the screen. It will update in just a moment. Gotta hit a button here. Should update. There it goes. So severe thunderstorm watch for Haswell, Smith, Grayson, Ash, Watauga, Avery, Mitchell, and Yancey counties until 11 a.m. The rest of the watch goes until 7 a.m. So that's kind of what we're watching here. Let's go here. And again, so this goes until 11 a.m. to the eastern county, 7 a.m. to everyone else. So let's go back here to the current storms that we have ongoing across the region. Again, the tornado threat is very low. Very, very, very low with these storms. The main threat is straight line damaging winds. I don't really see a tornado happening within these. Again, it cannot be totally ruled out, but damaging winds is by far the main threat within this. Winds could gust um, upwards of 60 miles an hour, maybe up to 70. Severe storms about to push through the region. Let's do another storm track because I think here we get closer and closer to morning commute time as these storms are hitting. and some schools may delay. These are pushing at about 45 miles an hour here through the area. And that's a storm track there for you. For some of these storms, Norton 458, Kingsport 504, Gray 513, Blumpville 522, Bluff City 528, Bristol around 530, Abingdon around 545. But they're on the latest storm track with these storms. So they continue to push off to the east here and produce the potential damaging winds. And yeah, the weather radio is waking a lot of people up because of the severe thunderstorm watch that was just issued. Let's go back to that. Severe thunderstorm watch includes all of the first warn Tri-Cities viewing area. Most of us until 7 a.m. But Caswell, Smith, Grayson, Ashe, Watauga, Avery, Mitchell, Yancey counties until 11 a.m. But the threat there will even be over by 8 or 9 a.m. So back to, let's see if I go back to, and let's see here. Looks like that new warning is going to be to our south. So this right here, though, is the storms that we're watching that are severe and have produced some wind damage in Lee County and Ewing. Um, and that at about 4:15 this morning, we got reports of a few trees down there in southwest Lee County near Ewing. These storms are now pushing into southwest Scott County, parts of Hawkins County, Rogersville, Stroinsville to Churchill, Duffield, Big Stone Gap about to get in on these. So is Gate City, also toward the Kingsport area as well. And then the storms to the west toward Jefferson City and Danbridge, those are the ones that will push into the Greenville area. Both of these severe thunderstorm warnings go until 5:15. Harlan County, with the exception of the far eastern tip here, is all clear from severe weather. Let's look at the Jackson rate on velocity. Whitesburg getting hit right now. The rotation, thing significant at the time. Looks like they're going to expire the warning here for Letcher County, but also going to push into Dickinson and Buchanan County that are in here, so we'll watch closely those counties. And but the main middle ground severe thunderstorm warning is this one. And no, I don't think storms are moving 81 miles an hour. This severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15 does include parts of Kingsport, Rogersville, Norton, Wise, Gate City, Sneedville, Jonesville, Big Stone Gap, Sirloinsville, and Pennington Gap, which is storms have been moved through Jonesville. Jonesville's done when it comes to severe weather. Pennington Gap is done when it comes to severe weather now, because this is the only threat. Once the line moves through your location, you're done. If you've been up all night, you can go to sleep once the line moves through. Um, for us, I'll go to sleep when the line moves through everywhere, or weekends below severe limits. I have a hard time believing it's going to happen before it moves out of our area. We do want to note we do have some scattered, just a general run of wind from Mountain, Bakersville, Burnsville, Spruce Pine, Newland. Those are non-severe. They're rain showers in the area. There's some gusty winds, but there's just mainly general rain showers in the area. Again, we're just watching to see for new alerts. I have a feeling we'll definitely probably within about 30 minutes get new in for the Tri-Cities once the storms get kind of to the edge of this warning. And again, just for the new people joining us, because a lot of weather radios did go off, we'll do a storm track on this line of storms. Well, maybe not. And we have an update. to believe. Let's see if they're canceling counties or exactly how they're doing it. So these storms again moving at about 45 miles an hour. And so again, Kingsport 506, Bristol around 5:30, Abingdon around 5:45. So it looks like they've continued the watch. Okay, it was to issue the new watch to the east. That's what that was. Okay. Again, just making sure we don't miss anything here. I'm gonna look real quick on another system I have, make sure I'm not missing anything on the radar, and it doesn't look like it. So we'll go to clear that storm track out. And again, we have this severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15. This is about to push into big. These are also about to push across the state line. Pound, so I should have a camera there. It might have to refresh. Sometimes these cameras when I first refresh, yeah. I'm just in here in just a second. You'll see the storm push in there. It's US 23 near at the Virginia-Kentucky state line. Here, let me switch to the Jackson radar. See this area a little better, so the camera is gonna. Oh, I don't want to zoom in out. Be situated about right here, so you'll see the storms move in there here in a matter of moments. On that camera view, then we do have a camera in Weber City, and the camera is gone. US 23 camera just went out. Okay. We'll go back to radar. So again, this line of showers and thunderstorms pushing through here during the early morning hours, and then we get cold. Yes, there's a chance of snow behind this. Um, I know, hard to believe, but there is the chance. No, this is not the Gate City yet. Um, Dryden, tons of rain and wind. Gate City, it is not to yet. It's getting close though. These storms are moving through Duffield and Clinchport here right now. They're moving through Duffield, about to move through Clinchport. Expect a new warning to be issued to the east end of the Tri-Cities here probably very soon. But again, Gate City is kind of up next. Most of Lee County I'm giving all clear to, with the exception of far northeast corner of the county. And again, this is moving through your area pretty fast. The severe part of it done in 10 minutes. Light rain, like maybe moderate rain at times behind it. Maybe some gusty winds, but you won't have severe weather behind it. Severe parts first 10 minutes, and then it's over for you. So again, all of Harlan County is now all clear. All of Bell County, all of Leslie County, all clear. Most of Letcher County, all clear. Most of Lee County, all clear. Hancock County, all clear from severe weather. And we'll continue to watch this here. They've continued this severe thunderstorm warning. They say the storm is moving northeast at 40 and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the main threat. Kingsport, Rogersville, Morton, Wise, Gate City, Big Stone Gaps, Owensville, Weber City, Churchill, Mount Carmel, all within this warning. Let me again draw you a storm track. Just updated this one more time. Pennington Gap, report to multiple trees down in Pennington Gap. So again, we're getting a lot of trees down there in Lee County. These kind of push northeast here. 40. Make sure I just get Bristol and Kingsport in this. And again, so that 40, I was tracking them at 45. Slow down arrival time by about 5 10 minutes or so. But again, these storms have been speeding up, slowing down. At one time, the Weather Service said they were moving at 100 miles. Hard to believe there, but that wasn't one of the warnings. Again, Pennington Gap, several trees down across the region. Churchill um, is yet to be impacted by this. It's about to move into Churchill. You'll have the potential of a brief burst of wind, and that could be upwards of 60 miles an hour. I know a lot of questions because schools are going to be in session. Um, or buses are about to be out here within an hour or so. Unicoi County will be getting a line of strong distribution. It's probably another hour, hour and a half before it gets to you. Uh, there in Unicoi. Again, if we get school closings, we'll let you know. Um, Districts report school closings to us, so I've got my phone here. I get those emails and texts through my phone, so I'll be able to watch for those to come in. And we're hoping for the storms to be out of our area by 7, maybe 8 o'clock. That's kind of the hope. Um, and the severe threat would be over then, if they are. And again, we're watching the showers over here, but this is just rain from Carter County into Unicoi County over into western North Carolina. That's just rain. The severe part is still back over here toward Lickstone Gap, Duffield, Rogersville, things like that. They are maintaining the 60-mile-an-hour winds. We've got multiple reports of trees down across parts of the region, including really the only county that's really moved through is only counties that we would get reports from would be Lee or Hancock County, and in Lee County we've got multiple reports throughout the county of several trees going down. So I do believe that these are maintaining their winds as they push through the region. So again, we can't answer any questions you might have. We know the new warning is likely probably going to come out at some point. Um, and when that does occur, probably um, have a jump in viewership. Because phone apps will go off, things like that. Because the warning will include a pretty good population in Kingsport, Bristol, and probably Johnson City will probably be a new warning as well when it does come out. We'll probably have it within the next 15 minutes or so. Again, behind the line is just general plain old rain. This is our main event right here. Um, that is coming through the area. So again, won't last long. They will be enough to maybe take some trees down, maybe cause some power outages. And power outage back here on another screen. Hancock County does have 149 customers without power. Seeing Bell County with 523 without power. Nothing in Lee County yet. Storms did just move through, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get power reports. Again, from some of those locations. And as of right now, only school closings would be Grayson County Schools with a remote learning day. And Ashe County Schools, I know, has an early dismissal. Let me look here at the email we got. So the early dismissal is the Early Learning Center at 11:15, elementary schools 11:30, middle school 12, and high school and early college 12:30. And that's due to the afternoon and evening snowfall forecast, is what it was said in the email. All right, here comes the rain and winds coming through Clinchport, about to hit Gate City, Churchill, eventually Kingsport, Dungannon, and Wise. See, I've got a couple cameras um, to go through. Yeah, I'm trying to be on it with questions, especially since we don't have tornado warnings. It's not as wall. We're not tracking rotation. So let's see. I've got a couple cameras we could go to. Let's go to Norton first. Let that refresh. These storms are about to hit Norton. It's a lot of times first 5, 6 seconds, then they'll refresh. There we go. You saw the refresh. We'll watch for storms to come through Norton, and then we'll switch straight to the Weber City camera. Technically, I have it labeled as Gate City, but I think it's technically Weber City there, near the Food City. Then when you turn off Wadlow Gap, that intersection's where that camera is at. We'll be going to that here. But first, we'll watch the storms come into Norton. Um, some rain and wind. And that's what it's going to be here. Out, within the next few minutes, and they'll be into the Norton. I don't exactly remember where this camera is at in Norton. So power out in parts of Jonesville. Chilhowie, probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours for you. Something. Radar monitoring it behind the scenes. Thanks for that report of power outage there in Jonesville. Greatly appreciate. We have just watching here. See, no new warnings yet. Likely coming though soon. Uh, it's very, very low possibility of a tornado. Some rain in Clintwood now. The line's still to your west. It's just some light rain out ahead of the line. Power out in Big Stone Gap. Thank you for those reports. We'll pass these reports on to the National Weather Service as well. And thank you all for your reports. We do pass those along to the National Weather Service in Morristown. It does aid with the decision making and issuing these warnings. We're not issuing warnings. Because power outage is basically kind of like a confirmed damage report. Again, these warnings go until 5:15, so storms will be we're likely going to get some new warnings, especially since we have reports of damage in Lee County and then also power outage reports. I would almost bet we're going to get some more warnings coming in. Here. Big Stone Gap, I mean, this is about done for you. I think we might be on the north side of Norton here with this camera. Let's see. Let's go to Gate Weber City. Let that refresh. I don't think we're going to see anything at this view yet either, though. Oh, okay, back to Norton. Again, looks like maybe the storms in East might be weakening some. They just put out a strong thunderstorm alert, replacing this severe thunderstorm warning for Pike County. That is set to expire in a few minutes. So maybe a little bit of a weakening trend in Pike County, Kentucky, which would be good news for Buchanan County in Southwest Virginia. They will damaging winds, though. Yes, they just expired the warning for Pike County, Kentucky. Okay, so they've updated the warning. Lee County is out of the warning. Hancock County is out of the warning. So it's Hamlin County. Continues for Greene, Hawkins, Sullivan, City of Norton, Scott, and Wise counties. Weather Service in Morristown says storm, severe thunderstorm here is moving. And they are back to their strong wording, northeast at 80 miles an hour. So these storms are kind of speeding up, slowing down. Uh, Here, yeah, Bulls Gap. Gonna have the severe part go through. Your severe weather threat is over. And you can see now they've kind of just ironed out this severe thunderstorm warning a little bit to account for where the line of storms is. And so Lee County and Hancock County, your severe weather threat is over. If you've been up all night, you can go to sleep. There's no more threat of severe weather for you. Yeah, the storms have not got to Bluntville yet. You have a little bit of wind. Storms are still west of Bluntville. They'll probably be to you within the next 30-ish or so minutes. Bluntville on the map is right here. My mouse is. Storm's still back over Churchill, just west of Kingsport. So yeah, storm's yet to get to Bluntville. Be there shortly. Trying to get a radar up here if I activated this live scan feature. Hopefully, get a little radar update. Try to see where these storms are moving. Again, the Weather Service. Yeah, Rogersville, you're done. It looks like, for the most part, the leading edge there has passed through Rogersville. So, yeah, Elizabeth and rain and wind gusts. Yeah, so these are rain showers out ahead of the main line. That is not the severe weather threat. This severe weather threat is still off to your west. Okay, and there's the new heavy rain over Norton. And again, this camera is probably there. You can see in Norton the camera shaking. Here's a wall of water and wind just pushed into Norton. Kingsport, this will be to you within the next 10 minutes or so. This wall of rain and wind, very strong winds here in downtown Norton. You see the sheets of rain going across the road. We continue our live coverage here. Limestone, storm's not to you yet. Could be severe, likely probably be severe when they do. So there's the rain and wind pushing through Norton, Virginia. It's just insane. This is what's gonna hit kind of when it gets to you. Yeah, storms are yet to get to Sullivan Gardens. Give it about 10 minutes or so. Here you can see the camera shaking. Very strong winds pushing through Norton, Virginia right now on our First One camera network. 5:02 on this Monday morning, and that continues there. Shake the camera. Probably definitely some wind gusts of 40, 50, maybe some gusts up to 60 miles an hour in there. That's in Norton, Virginia. You can see the camera is still shaking. The strong part will last for about 5 minutes or so. Now let's go to the next stop on our little camera tour and see about this part that's about to hit. I'm interested in this part that's about to hit here. This one I do know where the camera's at. Camera is right here, near at the intersection of Waterloo Gap and Highway 20 and 23. And we're about to get some storms there. And they're going to need to extend the warning. So I do expect a new severe thunderstorm warning to likely be coming soon. Over the next or so. Here, and this is again, line of and heavy rain pushing in. Let's go real quick. Actually, let's do this. Let me look the block. Often into Gap and put up Weber City. There you go. So I can actually pop up here. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. Let me push this chair out of the way. And yeah, so you can see here, put that on too. So I can see myself, and you can see this is the strong line. You can see the rain and the wind that just went through Norton. We watched it. Now this right here is about to come through the camera that I have up in the bottom right of your screen. That's the Weber City camera. Gate City, Weber City. And that camera sits right here. So this intersection here, Wattle Gap and US 23. This is Weber City. This is Gate City. This storm is about to hit that camera location. You'll see it there in the bottom right of your screen. We'll be watching together to see how this goes here. So we'll zoom out there. And then also, as these kind of continue to push northeast, this area here pushing into the Kingsport area will need to be watched for some rain and high wind gust as well. Back to our viewer comments. Um, so right here is the area that we're seeing here. And rain and storms. And again, we should hear momentarily, likely, and I'm going to try to take the camera full when the storms start hitting. Fall Branches is about to come to you. Fall Branch is about right here. You're about to get hit. Arlington, there, north side there, north of 81 is getting hit. But here about right now, and again, as soon as I see this hit kind of this Weber City camera, we'll go live full screen. But now let me just get ready. Okay. And so again, this is the area we're watching again. Likely going to see a new yellow polygon extend east, okay? So likely areas in Washington County, Tennessee, Sullivan County, Eastern Scott County, Western Washington County, Virginia, City of Bristol, Virginia. You are likely about to get a severe thunderstorm warning for your location. Nothing official yet from the National Weather Service. We should be hearing something about that soon. Pushing into Clintwood. There, viewer report of heavy rain and wind there in Clintwood. New severe thunderstorm warning for Carter, Greene, Hawkins, Sullivan, Washington County, Tennessee, the city of Bristol, the city of Norton, Russell, Washington County, and Wise County, Virginia until 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. That is when the new warning will expire. This warning out real quick. It is a huge warning. And I'm going to take me off the screen real quick. And let's zoom out here and show you this new severe thunderstorm warning. And I'm printing off the warning so I can read it to you. In the bottom right of your screen, you're watching Gate City, Weber City, Virginia area. That's where strong to severe storms are about to impact. So the warning includes most of Sullivan County. Warning also includes northeast Hawkins County, northern Washington County, Tennessee, northeast Greene County, northwest Carter County, most of Russell County, city of Norton, city of Bristol, Virginia, eastern parts of Scott County, Virginia, also western Washington County, Virginia, and central Wise County until 6 a.m. Severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Wise. Let's go to the Gate City camera full. To near Segorinsville, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. So again, it's kind of what we're tracking here as these push through the area. So let me switch off of this real quick. Back to the radar. Okay. And again, we're about to see kind of what we saw in Norton. It's about to happen again, but this time in Weber City, in the Weber City, Gate City areas. This is at the intersection of Waterloo Gap, there in US Highway 23. This area now under a severe thunderstorm warning, along with a lot of areas here. We're going to get to that map here. We're going to go back to the double box for just a second. Once the impacts start, we'll go back to the camera full. You're seeing on your screen, though, in the top left corner, new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out. Does not include Johnson City, includes only the north side of Washington County. The severe thunderstorm watch, by the way, has been canceled for southeast Kentucky. This does include the eastern side of Scott County, but Nicholsville, Gate City, areas not impact that's not been impacted yet by the line of storms. Eastern, northern side of Hawkins County, again, areas have not been impacted by the storms like Churchill and Mount. Also, the Fall Branch area there of Greene County, we just also got a new warning for parts of Greene County. Most of Sullivan County there, Washington County, western half of Washington County, Virginia, most of Russell County as well. New warning. This includes Greene County and a small part of Hawkins County until 6:15. It does include Greenville. That's for this down here, pushing off to the east. And again, the Greenville area will have the potential of some severe weather here over the next hour or so. And again, we're watching that Weber City camera closely because the severe storms are about to push through there. Again, we'll have to see what some schools do as well, because this is pushing through at a very bad time. As we get any schedule changes, we'll let you know about them. And a new severe thunderstorm warning for Buchanan, for all of Dickinson County and southern Buchanan County. So just got really active really quick. Severe thunderstorm warning now for 60-mile-an-hour winds for this line of storms for all of Dickinson County and the southern half of Buchanan County from Grundy south. This goes until 5:45 a.m. National Weather Service in Charleston, West Virginia, issuing this warning, saying a severe thunderstorm is located near Wise, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour, and they are reporting that the of tree damage in Wise County, Virginia. So we have widespread. It's looking like we're having a good amount of tree damage here in the viewing area as these storms are coming through. So again, power outages. Make sure you have your devices charged. These are only going to last about 10 minutes. You want to make sure you have your these storms, but power goes out, it could take a little bit to get it back on. So again, let's go. I don't think this has hit the Weber City camera yet. These storms are moving about 40 to 45 miles an hour. Again, I have a feeling we are about to get a load of school delays. I might end up being wrong by that. But this is a huge inconvenience timing wise. This could not have been timed, in my opinion, any worse of the severe storms moving through on a Monday morning. I know some schools are on spring break, but some are not. Grayson County Schools have announced a virtual learning day for today. County Schools is going to dismiss early due to snow coming this evening. And again, this is, first, let's go to Gate City Pool because the rain and wind is starting there in Gate City and Weber City. And again, these storms about to push through Bristol and Abingdon. This is a line of severe thunderstorms. Going to be pushing through Bristol, Abingdon, Kingsport. These are moving at about 40 to 45 miles an hour. It's going to be in your area for 10 minutes, the severe part in your area for 10 minutes, and then light rain behind it. This is definitely severe weather, and again, that we've been watching and trying to prepare you for the past several days now. And again, you're taking a live look as these storms are pushing in to Weber City, Gate City, Virginia, Weber City, Virginia here on our camera network from a VDOT camera. We'll also, here in a moment, we'll go back to the radar full screen because these storms are starting to push into Kingsport. So let's go radar full, and I will come up here. And again, so these are the areas where we have now a line of strong to severe thunderstorms. And honestly, I need to zoom this out because this area also extends up into Dickinson and Buchanan County. Can't see it as well because of how the radar kind of has to shoot over the mountain, but right through here, this is our severe thunderstorms. Kingsport about to get hit with severe thunderstorms. There's a potential for 60-mile-an-hour winds down into Sullivan Gardens, Fall Branch, far northern Greene County, northern Washington County, Tennessee. Areas like Gray about to get hit. Right here, the I-26-81 split's also going to get hit. Within the next 30 minutes or so, storms will be pushing into the Bristol area, about 20 to 30 minutes into the Bristol area here, and then eventually here in about 30 to 40 minutes into the Abingdon area. This is a severe thunderstorm warning with a potential of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts within these storms as they push through the viewing area. Again, we're going to stay with this wall-to-wall coverage to keep you safe, and I know this is going to impact some of your morning commutes, but this is why we're here. We're going to kind of track this off for you here. Let's do a storm track on this storm over the next hour where this storm is going to go. And especially this part here that's pushing into the metro. These storms are moving at about 45 miles an hour. 40, sorry. So storms will push into Nicholsville about 517, Bloomingdale 519, St. Paul 522, Colonial Heights 523, Castlewood 525, Gray 529, Bluntville 533, Oak Grove 534, Bristol around 540, Lebanon around 540 as well, Abingdon 552, Saltville 607, Glade Spring also 607. Damascus will be around right after that around 610 to 615 as these storms continue to push off to the east. This is a line of damaging thunderstorm winds, so some wind and rain along the leading edge of this. There'll be brief 5-10 minutes of some gusty, potentially 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, knock down some trees and cause some power outages in your area. We've got reports of power outages and tree damage in the western part of our area. This is going to push through and push off to the east. Lebanon, you're going to be in the crosshairs of this. So will Abingdon. So will Bristol, Love City, Kingsport, Bluntville. Also, going to get impacted by these severe storms. So will Gray, Fall Branch. These are moving into your area now. So some severe thunderstorm wind gusts is the main threat. Also, let's go up and use the Jackson, Kentucky radar real quick because I do not want to leave our friends in Dickinson and Buchanan County out. Severe thunderstorms are about to push in. Well, cover some of Southwest Virginia, also here down in the Castlewood and St. Paul area. Cobra into there. Flintwood is getting hammered right now. Hayside, this is pushing toward you. This is also going to push through the Grundy area. Again, same threats, damaging thunderstorm, wind gust up to 60 miles an hour possible here in these areas of all of Dickinson County up into southern Buchanan County. Push northeast, the warnings likely go northeast with them here, and we will continue just tracking these storms as long as we need to. We'll Morristown radar. Soon back down into these severe thunderstorms. Don't want to leave Greene County out as well. We've got a line of severe storms as soon as the radar pops up. Here, about to push through Bulls Gap, and this is pushing into Greene County. These storms could produce wind gusts of 50 to 60 an hour as they push into the Greenville area. We'll be watching those closely as they do so. They're about to push into some storms about to push into Newport there. these storms pushing into Greene County, they'll cross the 81 corridor and push into Greenville. Those could be strong to locally severe. But again, our main kind of central middle ground warning here, Fall Branch to Kingsport to Gate City to Nicholsville to the St. Paul area. And this is what is kind of pushing off to the east right now. I'm going to push through Blountville, going to push through Bristol, going to push through Oak Grove, Gray, Colonial Heights, the 81-26 split. Sorry, I've been up all night. Tri-Cities Crossings down to Fall Branch. That's kind of the area right now that's under the gun for the potential some strong straight line winds. This is an area that has a history of producing thunderstorm wind damage here as well as it continues to push in. Let's go to the velocity. I just want to check it, double check things. Looking good. No rotation. That's what we like to see. And again, the tornado threat is almost zero here. At this point, tornado threat is very, very low here across the area. I'm not going to say it's zero because something will try to rotate. But it's as close to zero as it can get. So again, these storms continuing to push off to the east at about 45 miles. And this is where we will have that potential for these thunderstorm wind gusts of 60 miles an hour. And we will be here tracking this as it pushes through the rest of the region here or until we think the threat has dropped enough here. And again, I'm going to take myself off the screen real quick, because I do need to keep an eye for some school closings. Make sure we're not getting anything because these severe storms have just moved through. Some of these school decisions could be last minute for the schools that are not on spring break. Geraldstown getting hit hard. Thank you for the report. There, and again, we'll continue to track this very closely as it continues to push through. Just kind of checking the chat, making sure there's nothing in there that I'm missing. Also, just kind of want to share our coverage out again to make sure that everyone knows that we are live. Severe storms do push through the region. So again, these severe storms could have some damaging thunderstorm winds with them. And that is kind of our main concern right now. Is that potential of those wind gusts. Okay, and now we'll go back here. Again, just want to share this out to a little more populated areas here. Just wanted to share it out, make sure everyone knew that we were in the air with this coverage. And it looks like lots of wind in Kingsport. Yeah, that's what these storms it's kind of the severe part of this storm is now pushing into Kingsport here as it goes through the next 5 to 10 minutes here. Elizabethton has not saw the line of severe storms yet. This was something that developed out ahead of the line. So Elizabethton is not in the clear. They have not saw the line yet. The line that will impact Elizabethton is still back here to the west. Going to push through Greenville and Irwin, and eventually your direction. But again, this area here is what's going to push toward Elizabethton as it pushes northeast. So again, this is just rain out ahead of the line. Unicoi, same thing, kind of as I was just talking about for Elizabeth. In this area, it's going to push through Greenville. That will end up pushing through southern part of Washington County, Tennessee, and then eventually into Irwin and Carter County as well. Right now, it looks like the strong winds here will kind of go down street level here crossing here through the Kingsport area. Let's see, I've got a couple cameras that we can go to. Let's start out. I don't know exactly which one. This is 81 at Fort Henry. Give it a second to reload. Nothing happening there yet. 8126 split. It'll need a second to reload. I don't think anything's going to be happening yet. Could be a double lock situation here. It'll hit the 8126 split first. Okay, let's double box. 8126 split is in the bottom right corner of your screen here, and I am in the top left of your screen with radar. This is pushing into Kingsport right now with some very strong winds pushing in right now, along with heavy rain. The leading edge of this is going to be the most severe part as it pushes through. Okay, this is moving at about 40 to 50 miles an hour, so it's pretty fast moving as it moves through, and does have a severe thunderstorm warning on it. It's going to back end of it here is what's going to come around. I won't say wrap around, but come around and hit where the 8126 split is. We'll see that in the bottom as it does so. We got another kind of broken line here from Nicholsville to Castlewood toward Clintwood. And again, these storms continue to move east. And we've got the storm line here now that's moving east of Morristown into Greene County. And these are severe. Also do want to note we have a severe thunderstorm warning to the south of the viewing area, nearly getting to Mitchell and Avery County, but staying south of there. And I do want to just check in on Buchanan and Dickinson County real quick, because we have severe storms moving through Clinchco. They push through they're pushing through Clinchco, about to push through Hayside. They're pushing northeast into Buchanan County. Also will push into Honaker, actually into Richlands and Tazewell County, Van Sant, Grundy here in Buchanan County. These are strong, damaging wind gusts and heavy rain pushing into these areas here, just like what we're seeing down to the south. Zoom back in here, though, to our middle ground warning. Again, Sullivan Gardens, Kingsport, those areas, getting that heavy rain and wind associated with this line of thunderstorms. It looks like we are getting some updates here from the National. They're trying to trim this warning down a little bit. So Carter County is no longer in this warning, and nor is Greene in the city of Norton. So far eastern Wise is, but the storms have really moved out of Wise County. So Wise County, all clear. Eastern Scott County still in it, also Sullivan County. You'll see, though, northern Carter County is not in here, because this bout of storms, this part of the storms, will stay to the north of Carter County. It will clear, though. It's going to clip the 8126 split here. It's pushing through downtown Kingsport. Going to hit up, basically, travel 11W and I-81 toward Bristol. It's going to hit Colonial Heights as well. Bluntville, the Tri-Cities Airport, Walnut Hill. This is downtown Bristol here. And that will need to be fixed probably at a later date. More storms here, pushing through Castlewood, St. Paul area, and then up into Dickinson County. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning for Buchanan County. So now the rest of Buchanan County is in a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of the region. Yeah, for some reason it won't let me switch radars. There we go. Warning for Buchanan County is for this line of storms here. It's pushing up through Dickinson County. The Weather Service says that these are some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts there, and just like what we're seeing in the rest of the area. So again, now all of Buchanan County in a severe thunderstorm warning, southern part until 5:45, northern part until 6:15, and that severe thunderstorm warning. So now to the south, back to the Morristown radar. These strong storms pushing through the area. Back to the reflectivity view, pushing through Kingsport right now. So that's where these strong winds were pushing through. Again, you can tell us your reports here in the comments. A lot of people's going to ask, what about their city? What about their town? If I'm not talking about your town or your city, that's a good thing right now. Okay, so we got to focus on the cities and the towns where there is active weather ongoing. So again, this is the I-26 I-81 split. This is exit 59, the Colonial Heights exit. Right down here is the Tri-Cities Crossings exit. This is Kingsport here along Highway 11W. This is pushed through the western side of Kingsport. This is going to continue northeast. Like I said, it's going to basically drive up I-81 at interstate speed. As it continues to push off to the north and east. Again, the Oak Grove and Gray area also needing to be aware near the Appalachian Fairgrounds there, near the Sullivan County line, there along Highway 75. That's if you're heading from Gray to Bluntville. Just be aware that these severe storms are heading your way as well. In the lower right corner of your screen, that is the I-26, I-81 split. And again, these storms continue to push northeast. They're about to impact that area. And then we'll go to Colonial Heights. We also have a camera in Bristol we can look at when these storms hit to that area as well. So again, we're continuing to track some strong to severe storms. Let me put only the warnings on and take you to a regional view and take a deep breath for a minute. I'm forecaster Skylar Doyle here. It is 5:30 on a Monday morning, and we are tracking severe weather in the region. We have thunderstorm warnings in effect for the viewing area right now. We also have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the viewing area right now. So a lot is going on. The warnings is what's imminent and more of a concern. So the first warning down here is for Greene County and far southern Hawkins County. That warning is until 6:15, includes Morristown, Greenville, Sevierville, Newport, Gatlinburg, Dandridge, Pigeon Forge, Tusculum, White Pine, and Bainbury for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Now, the middle ground warning that we have, it's a severe thunderstorm warning until 6 o'clock for 60-mile-an-hour winds for the north side of Johnson City, primarily toward Gray, Kingsport, Bristol, Abingdon, Lebanon, Duluth City, Weber City, Cleveland. Now over to the next warning for Dickinson County, Southern Buchanan County, including Clintwood, Grundy, Hayside, Breaks Interstate Park, Davenport, John Flanagan Lake, Big Rock, Trammell, Clinchco, Oakwood, Nora, Vansant, and McClure. That one's until 5:45. The one for Northern Buchanan County until 6:15 includes Welt, Grundy, Pineville, Mullins, Moore, Twin Falls State Park, Bradshaw. I'm not naming all of these because some of these are over in West Virginia that are kind of out of our viewing area. Now we're going to go to the radar view, put the radar on with these warnings. It'll take just a second for the info up for our middle ground warning. Actually, let's do that radar. It'll take it just a second to update. This radar doesn't show it good really either. We really need the next right here. So this is what we're watching. Lee County schools are operating on a 2-hour delay due to the storms that have moved through that's caused some damage and power outages in Lee County. So Lee County schools will operate on a 2-hour delay. Again, reading this information as soon as we get it sent to, I mean, couldn't get the information any faster. They just sent it to us. So we're watching this closely here. More schools might follow suit. So prepared. If you're getting kids ready for school, be prepared because these systems are moving through very quick. Fall Branch area, these storms just moved through your area, and now they've kind of moved out. And this is the only severe threat. Once that moves out, it is over for you. And then, so these storms are about to hit the 2681 split. And let's go back to that double box there. Accidentally took it off when we were kind of doing some resetting. Um, Let me just check the velocity on these. I don't think we have any issues, but never hurts to triple check things. And again, this is the severe thunderstorm warning. It would include the wind speed is 60 miles an hour. Don't believe the storm's moving at no 82 miles an hour. Don't believe that. But we do have these storms moving through. And again, if I'm not talking about your area, that's probably a good thing. They have, let's see, yeah, nothing new for our area. Um, Here's I'll zoom out because we do have in the northern half of this warning storms, also in the Castlewood area, pushing into the Mendota area, Washington County, Virginia here. So again, this is severe storms pushing in. Some of these could have some wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. They cause some down trees and some power outages across areas of Lee County and Wise County at least, if not more, that we just haven't heard about yet. Um, if your power is out, just let us know. We'd love to hear from you there in the comments. Jonesboro's not in the camera, not the camera. It's been a long night. Not in the clear. You've got this kind of part of severe, of some stronger to severe stuff going to move through. Threat is lower, but you're not technically in the clear just yet because the cold front has not passed you. Um, Colonial Heights here, this is about to hit the 2681 split. If it's not already, that's going to be down there, that part of your screen. Um, and again, this is the 2681 split right here. For some reason, it labels it as 181 on the map. And then we'll have the Colonial Heights camera that I can pull up just down there in that double box as well. And then we'll watch it. We'll watch these closely. And it's kind of going to travel the 81 11W corridors into Bluntville, Bluff City, Bristol, eventually into Abingdon, and then kind of track northeast here at about 40 miles an hour or so. The wind and the rain starting there in Grundy. Again, but it will be quick. When it's picking up in Bluntville, that's because this storm right here is coming your way. And this is kind of broken off into a broken line. We really don't have a solid storms now. It's more of a storms. Luckily, we don't have instability. Um, but right here is the main is the storm that's going to cause issues there. This is kind of going to push up through your area. That will cause some heavy rain and brief winds, potentially up to 60 miles an hour. Here, that's what the Weather Service is warning for. Let's go back up to the north. Let's go to Buchanan County for just a minute. And there's these rain and these severe storms pushing in to the Buchanan County area. Again, some 60-mile-an-hour winds possible as this pushes into the Grundy area here. Also, the Whitewood area is over this way. So again, these storms are pushing in some 60-mile-an-hour winds possible here as it pushes through the region. And now let's go down back to the south. Severe thunderstorm here. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Warning for Greene County, but I'll tell you this stuff. Does not look that impressive here in Greene County. But severe thunderstorm warning still in effect there until 6:15. And then we've got these storms here near the 2681 split. There near, and then pushing up toward Colonial Heights, toward Bluntville, and then toward Bristol. So if you're in Bristol, be prepared. Severe thunderstorms heading your direction, and then heading straight up toward Abingdon. Abingdon in that severe thunderstorm warning. Northern part of the town will get probably clipped by this one as it heads off northeast. This cell will be the one that's kind of tracking northeast into Washington County, Virginia, over the next little bit. So again, graphic done for school closings. I've not had time or been able to. Grayson County schools are on virtual learning. Lee County schools are opening 2 hours late, and Ashe County schools is going to dismiss early because after this, it's going to snow. It's the best way I know how to put it. This is March Madness, but Tri-Cities weather style. Um, so we will. So again, we'll have a post once we are able to get off the air. If we're able to in time to make a school closings post, we'll do a post. It's one. It won't be a constantly updated post like we normally do, but it'll be like, hey, as of this time, this is our school closing and delays. But again, these are going to be pushing up and through the area here. And then let me go over here and zoom out. I do want to go to a regional view real quick, just for everyone to know. This is what we're looking at right here. Behind the line of storms, we're looking at the rain potential behind the line. This is rain. It could be moderate to heavy. It looks pretty like heavy rain back toward Knoxville. That's just rain, nothing severe. It's this line right here. That's going to be the severe stuff. And once that gets through, the severe threat is over. So again, I am going to watch this little cell here that's popping up in Greene County. That's a little interesting to me. This is popping up right over the area of Greene County on the Greene-Washington County line. We'll have to watch that pretty closely. It comes through. It looks to be getting a little stronger winds when I look there at the velocity, so we'll watch it. That could be something that grows for Johnson City. It needs to be watched. These are the storms there in Colonial Heights that are going to be heading for Blountville, eventually toward Bristol. And then these storms heading for northern Washington County, Virginia to Lebanon. Those could have some strong winds, heavy rain as well. And then the other radar would go to get a better view up here. You see these heavy rain, Grundy up to Hurley, and then kind of the more severe part probably going to be right here, just west of 460, pushing off to the northeast toward the Whitewood area, eventually crossing into West Virginia. Probably also going to need severe thunderstorm warnings at some point for this area right here for Caswell County. We'll also need that for Smith and eastern Washington County, Virginia, but we've got a little bit of time for that. Here. Again, just looking to make sure I'm not missing anything when it comes to the school closings. I'm going to take myself off the screen here for just a second and show you just radar. It does look like maybe that one down toward Kingsport. Maybe it's weakening a little bit in Bristol. That would be some good news. So do want to know that we have these warnings in effect, and we advise not to travel during at this current time. We also do have some power outages. I know that was reported to us across the region. Let's see. It's like Lee County has 194 customers without power, according to PowerOutage.us. East Tennessee, Hancock County's got 167 out of the Tennessee counties. And in Kentucky, Bell County has 5. Metro County has 412. This does look to be getting a little bit more disorganized. So maybe some good news. Saying you don't have some rain and wind. Maybe some good news is that we might be able to get rid of some of these warnings soon. Because this was all nicer than what it was. Now, we got new development to the south, which will have to be watched, into western Washington County, Tennessee, and Greene County there. We'll have to watch this development. But this is good news. This doesn't look as severe to me. Still some gusty winds, I think, with it. Still some heavy rain. I don't know if it's producing severe criteria winds now. Good news. And again, just keeping an eye on things. Abingdon's winds, there's non-thunderstorm gradient winds ahead of the storm. As these heavier showers move through, those can bring some of the stronger winds up in our atmosphere. Winds above our heads are super strong right now. So some wind gusts of 60 miles an hour could be brought down very easily by heavy showers and thunderstorms. And the weaker this gets, the better, because you have nothing really to feel it. So if it gets weaker, there's not much field, nothing really to strengthen it back up. Let me just make sure our mic batteries are doing good. They are. So, we've been on the air for a little while. Right here, they're continuing. It looks like they're doing some updates to the watch. Exactly what they're doing to it. They're doing some updates to the watch. Then right here, again, new development there in western Washington County, eastern Greene County that we might want to zoom down to. Yeah, just this individual watch. Just got a new something. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Mechanic until 6:15. Not exactly sure where at though. I don't see anything new. Okay, nope, nope, not gonna do. It's for this part right here. So they kind of re-warned this because the warning was expiring. So new severe thunderstorm warning here for Buchanan County until 6:15 for this kind of triangular shaped object polygon here that they've drawn here along Highway 460 from Honaker. Hang up, police council is this way here, so south of Glendale. There's some heavier rain here and some gustier winds in Russell County, very likely with that activity. Switch the Morristown radar. And then again, heavy rain, yes. Gusty winds, yes. Severe winds, not so sure to be honest with you with this stuff about to push into Blountville and Bristol. Gonna be honest, I don't know if this is severe or not. It has weakened a lot from what it was. Um, so that is some good news that has weakened some as it's pushing off to the north and east. These down here we'll have to watch because these are heavier showers. These could bring some stronger winds down to the surface. And then again, we'll watch this kind of, again, this looks like uniform rain to me moving across Greene County. I don't see anything severe happening down here. It's me making my observation. I don't see anything severe going to happen down here. Right through here, Washington County, possible. And we just got a new special weather statement for Tazewell and Smith. So they are not going to extend the warnings right now into Tazewell County. National Weather Service in Blacksburg is choosing to do a special weather statement for Tazewell and Northwest Smith. So for winds of 50 to 50, nearly severe criteria. Limestone. So these storms here over Greenville, that looks just like rain to me. Nothing. If I'm worried about anything, it's just this that's pushing to your east here along 11E that's pushing into Washington County and pushing toward Johnson City. That would be the I'm concerned about for some strong activity. I know this is technically severe back here to your west, but it just doesn't look severe to me. So I think limestone's in pretty good shape. Here, this kind of might be trying to get its act back together. We'll see as it pushes through Blountville here along 81. Basically, The storm is driving up I-81 now. So again, watching. And even outside of thunderstorms, even if you're not getting a thunderstorm, you're going to see some wind gusts of 30 to 35 to 40, maybe an isolated gust in the lower elevations without thunderstorms. That's why we have the wind advisory that's in effect. Greenville, Chuckey, I would say you're likely good. The risk for you is now very low. It's not zero, but it's very low. I think if we see anything, so here, let me do this. Take that off. And try to draw here. I think anyone terrible drawing skills, anyone from here west, where I have the check mark, all clear. So Greenville's right on that line. All of Hawkins County, all of Hancock County, Lee County, most of Scott County, besides far southeastern part there near the Washington County line where Gate City Highway turns to Bristol Highway. Dickinson County's good. Wise County's good. Eastern Kentucky's good. It's this area that I'm still got a severe weather threat for the next couple of hours. But again, I do think threat may be dwindling some, but we'll be watching this closely as it does push through. And again, some damaging winds and some smaller sized hail could be possible within this. And some thunder, some lightning, and really just the gusty winds kind of update to a severe thunderstorm warning. So they're going to take, yeah, see, so they knocked Greenville out of the ring. Because like I said, I didn't think nothing severe was weather surface agrees. They just knocked Greenville. Let me also take off those illustrations. And see, now this warning on Southeast Greene County, and I don't really know if anything severe is honestly even happening there. Okay, Bristol, here we go. Pull up the Bristol camera. Give it a second, 5 to 10 seconds, it'll refresh. It is almost 6 a.m. by the way, here on this Monday morning. And you were taking a look over Bristol as strong storms here are pushing in. Bristol's in the lower right. Top left is our radar. And this storm's going to blow in. I'm kind of interested to see what it does here, what we see on the camera. So that's going to tell me a lot. Marion, right now, in the waiting game for these storms to push in. These storms will probably be to you here in about an hour. They could have some wind gusts of 45 to 60 miles an hour with them. When severe thunderstorm warning cannot be rolled out for your area for these. Again, tornado threat area wide is now very, very low. We're also getting to a point where my voice is starting to dwindle. There is no tornado watch is in effect. There was a tornado watch for far southeast Tennessee earlier, down toward Chattanooga, but there was never a tornado watch put out. There is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the area until 7 a.m. and for our far eastern counties until 11 a.m. There was never a tornado watch for our area. Tornado risk for Marion is very, very, very low. The tornado threat is really low. I don't believe we're going to see any tornadic activity. Again, so here's this moving into Bristol. Watch the camera. As it does push into Bristol, this is at exit 1. Off of, you could either go toward Gate City or go, we're also near the Old Bristol Mall where the Hard Rock Casino is. Here in Bristol, that's the camera we're looking at. At the current time, also at the current time, it is 5:54 a.m. here on this Monday morning. First One Tri-Cities chief forecaster Skylar Doyle with you, tracking the severe weather threat here as it continues to push through the area. We're going to continue to track um, these severe storms with you at least for the next little bit. And yeah, the wind is going to start picking up in Bristol, so I'm interested to see on this camera. We're going to take the camera full. It's getting close. This is in Bristol, Virginia, right across the state line, exit 1. There on your screen. And our studio here, where I'm at, is in Bristol. So if we lose power, the stream will disconnect. Just a heads up. Yeah, some rain and thunder in Marion. That is out ahead of this line. It's non-severe. Anything severe would come from this activity that's back toward Bristol. So again, we'll watch this closely. Thank you for that report of the heavy wind and rain there off Gate City Highway in the Reedy Creek area. I know that area well. Just from looking at radar, that's 100% what it looks like, and it is about to hit this area then that we're looking at on the camera. The camera will have a little bit of a delay. Normally VDOT cameras have about a 90-second delay or so. And we'll be seeing this push in and through Bristol and then up and through Washington County. Uh, and we'll be tracking it here at least for the next, I would say we'll stay until at least this warning. This warning is set to expire at 6. Really interesting to see how they extend this. Um, I mean, stay indoors as any shower or anything passes through. And we'll see if this warning here gets extended at 6 o'clock. That's when this middle ground warning is set to expire. I believe it's either 6, yeah, it's at 6. So in just about 4 more minutes. I want to address this real quick. Because we had a first line there came through, and that is the only severe line. You're going to see some moderate rainfall coming in behind this, because I just saw a report about from Lee County, and you could see some gusty winds of 30 to 35 miles an hour, just like we've been seeing all day with the gradient winds, with this front passing through, and the winds going to end up turning out of the northwest. As this moderate rain passes through its front, winds pick up, you could see some winds of 30, 35 miles an hour. But after this initial line, it's pushing through Bristol, about to push through Johnson City, Lebanon. I just pushed through Grundy, passes you. Your threat of severe weather is over. The severe threat is over for Kingsport. The severe threat is over for all of Dickinson County, Wise County, Lee County, Scott County, Hawkins County, Hancock County. So Lee, Wise, Dickinson, Scott, Hancock, and Hawkins County, all clear, along with Bell, Harlan, Letcher, and Leslie, all clear from severe weather. If we continue to keep our look at Bristol, our Kingsport is all clear. All of Sullivan County is not, but Kingsport is all clear. Most of Greene County, besides the far eastern edge of the county. And then we also just got a storm report. Several trees down in the Coburn 911 call reporting several trees down across Wise County. So that's a storm report there. A lot of wind is going to push through, but Cannon County schools are on a 2-hour delay, along with Russell County schools. So the Cannon, Russell, and Lee County schools on 2-hour delays so far this morning. That's the reports that we have because of these strong storms with these winds. And here come the wind and rain in Bristol. They're just across the state line. Winds picking up at the J.C. Jonesboro line. Yeah, that's that part of the line that's pushing into the city. We'll show you in just a minute. As soon as we see this kind of wind and rain hit the camera here in Bristol. That's what we're about to do because you can see the raindrops kind of hitting the lens now. First few raindrops, so we should start to see the wind here in just a minute. And then we will switch to the radar and give you a look. The severe thunderstorm warning that included Bristol has expired. We'll have to see if a new one gets issued. So far, no warnings. And we are running out of warnings, which is good news. We'll get to that in a minute. Here comes the rain and wind through Bristol. Again, this is now technically non-severe. As it does push through. We're going to go to the double block. And turn me on here. So again, down there, that's Bristol. I'm going to talk a little bit about that one and then go toward Johnson City and stuff, and we'll begin to see warnings. Knock on some kind of wood. Kind of wrap up the live coverage for now. So the storm here over Bristol going to be pushing off to the north and east. Storm here over parts of Sullivan County also pushing off to the north and east. These are heavy downpours with some gusty winds. Also down west of Johnson City, there in Washington County, Tennessee, pushing in there, and then also pushing into Unicoi County. We have some rain and some wind there. They switch radars here. East of Lebanon, about to push in. We have some heavy rain and strong winds pushing in. They are about to push into Richlands. The severe part of this line about to enter West Virginia, but in far eastern Buchanan County as well. And then when we zoom out, and I'll just do this regional, just moderate rain and wind and light to moderate rain and some gusty 20 to 30 mile an hour gusts of wind behind this. So this is the front. Behind that, the severe weather threat is over. Low end severe weather threat still exists through here. We're watching it closely. We'll come back if needed. If we get more warnings, we'll come back on the air. The tornado threat's very, very low. It'd be just wind. But this back here is just rain. It'll end up changing to snow this afternoon. You probably saw at the bottom the winter weather advisories. When the ticker has been rolling, you probably saw some of these winter weather advisories. I've not had the ticker rolling for some of this, and I'm sorry about that, but you probably saw some of the winter weather advisories scrolling. That's what we're watching. So this is what we have. We have, as of right now, Buchanan County, Dickinson County, Lee County, Russell County, Scott County, and Wise County schools are all on a 2-hour delay. Grayson County schools are on a virtual learning day, and Ashe County schools will dismiss early. Okay, so that is the school closings and delays as these strong storms have made their way through the area. Let me switch back to the Morristown radar. There you go, regional. And this is what we got. So again, strong, non-severe storms pushing through the Tri-Cities right now. All severe thunderstorm warnings for the Tri-Cities has expired. Technically a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15 for southeast Greene County. And also for eastern Buchanan County, storms are pushing out of Buchanan County into West Virginia, and also here into parts of the western part there of Tazewell County, which has been a strong thunderstorm alert, a special weather statement. So right now, um, we're going to get ready to go off the air. The severe weather threat is over west of this. Okay, so severe weather threat is over to the west of northwest of I-81. The severe weather threat is basically almost over for those areas. Southeast of I-81, we still have a little bit of time to go. So again, we are going to go off the air. If we have to come back on, we will. We'll be monitoring storms that are also developing here in western North Carolina closely. So we need to come back, we will. For now, this has been a First Warn Tri-City Severe Weather Alert. Thanks for sticking with us through the overnight. We really appreciate you trusting us with your severe weather coverage.